The following is a fan-based video review under fair use. Jurassic Park is owned by Universal Pictures, Amblin Entertainment, Steven Spielberg, and Micheal Crichton. Please support the official release and streaming services.
Hey guys, what's up? It's BigJackFilms here, and welcome to the very first review of 2015. I'm really excited to get back into reviewing movies again and doing a bunch of other stuff for you guys. So, today, for our first movie review, we're going to do something a little special. Given that there is a fourth Jurassic Park movie coming out in about 2 months' time, I thought I would take this opportunity to review all 3 Jurassic Park movies and talk about their pros, their cons, and what they eventually mean to me. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to do this maybe in like 4 or 5 parts, with the 5th part being the last film when it comes out. But first part we're going to talk about the first film, Jurassic Park. Second part we're going to talk about Lost World. And third part we're going to talk about Jurassic Park 3. Fourth film we're also going to talk about what I was expecting for Jurassic Park 4 or Jurassic World, as well as what I want to see. So, yeah, welcome to this 5-part retrospective review thing of, in my opinion, one of my favorite film series of all time. So, grab a bag of popcorn, some soda, and let's go back to 1993, when one film changed cinema forever. This is the legendary Steven Spielberg's Jurassic Park. So the plot of Jurassic Park involves an old rich guy named John Hammond, played by Richard Attenborough, who decides to invest all his money into making an awesome theme park. And not just a theme park, the theme park filled with real-life dinosaurs.
It's a dinosaur.
You're probably wondering how the hell he's able to do that since dinosaurs have been extinct for over 65 million years. Well, apparently he hires some genetic engineering scientists to recreate dinosaurs using fossilized amber with fossilized mosquitoes that have the blood and DNA of the dinosaurs, and in that sense is able to play God. So before opening the park to the public, he has to send a few people to take a look at the damn thing. One is a dinosaur paleontologist, played by Sam Neill. One is a paleobotanist, played by Laura Dern. His own lawyer, who will end up getting eaten by a T-Rex on a toilet. And of course the chaotician, played by Jeff Goldblum. So when entering a private tour of the park, they see the magic and wonders that await them.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
Like the Brachiosaurus, the Triceratops, hatching baby raptors, and of course, a motherfucking T-Rex. But of course things don't go too well with the park when one of the employees, played by Wayne Knight, steals the dinosaur embryos for another company and powers down the park, leaving our heroes to be fast food for all the dinosaurs. So, what are my thoughts on this film? Well, in my opinion, it's one of my favorite films, period. I'm serious, it's up there with King Kong. In fact, if I had to lay down the 3 redefining films of this generation, it would be the original King Kong, Star Wars, and Jurassic Park. This is the film that got me into dinosaurs. I'm not kidding, like, I was a hardcore dinosaur fan after this. I looked at every book, I looked at every film, I looked at pretty much anything having to do with dinosaurs. Hell, I bought all the fucking toys from this movie, for God's sakes. And as time went on and I kept watching it more and more over the years, the more I fell in love with it. I especially love all the characters. Sam Neill, Laura Dern, Jeff Goldblum, Richard Attenborough especially.
Spared no expense.
And even Wayne Knight is the slimy villain. Each character has its own backstory and is enjoyable to watch. Hell, even the kids aren't that bad. Spielberg has a knack for choosing really good child actors. Unlike some directors.
Are you an angel?
Ugh.
You want to have one of those?
But of course the highlight of this film are the dinosaurs, and good God, Over the past 20 years of CGI effects, these effects are still stunning to look at. I also love how they're able to combine CGI with robotics. Stan Winston perfected dinosaurs with these animatronics, and it really shows. I especially love the Triceratops scene. No CGI, no cheating, they just left an actual life-size animatronic Triceratops for the actors to touch and act with. The T-Rex is awesome. I love this frickin' thing. Every frame it's on screen, I just can't get enough of it. But then of course there's the scary ass motherfucking velociraptors. These things are the stuff of nightmares. Not only are they the size of a human, but they're literally like reptilian lions, and they're smart.
Clever girl.
Ever since I was a kid, I've had nightmares for the past 20 years about these things chasing me. That whole kitchen scene is the stuff of great suspense. You can tell that Spielberg totally got his influence from Alfred Hitchcock. Another great thing about the film is the score. Good God, this is one of the greatest scores I've ever heard. I mean, just listen to this music.
Ah, chills. Literal chills.
Not only is it full of magic, wonder, and suspense, but there's something very nostalgic about it. Every time I go back and listen to that score, I start tearing up. It's so special to me. But not only that, the cinematography, the lighting, everything about this movie is just beautiful to look at. But enough about me talking about the pros of this movie. What are the cons of the film? Well, even though there's dinosaurs in the beginning of the film, it still takes a while to get to that T-Rex. I know that Spielberg's trying to get to his rule of Jaws where you wait an hour to show the monster, but every kid I knew who went to see this thing was wondering, okay, when's the T-Rex gonna show up? But let's be honest, the suspense was worth it. Another problem I seem to have with the film is that there's a lot of continuity issues. You ever notice that scene where that robotic claw is on the raptor egg and then in the next shot it's gone? What the fuck happened? When I was a kid, I always thought it was just another egg. But overall, does that affect the film in any way? Fuck no. Jurassic Park is one of the greatest films of cinema. And how could you go wrong with a big budget movie that has fucking dinosaurs in it? I mean, every kid loves dinosaurs, and this is the perfection of dinosaurs. I don't give a crap if there's all those feathers and stuff that they have now. These are true dinosaurs in our imagination. And again, because of this film, I got completely into the dinosaur genre of movies. Without this film, I probably would have never have seen King Kong or the Valley of Guangxi or even 1 million years BC. I owe a lot to this film for getting me into the dinosaur genre, and not only that, getting me into making movies. If you go to the behind-the-scenes documentary, there's a lot of creativity and a lot of hard work that went into making this film, and it looks like everybody had a really fun time. Just looking at each technical mission to make this film is one of the reasons I got into movies in the first place. In my opinion, this is Steven Spielberg's best work next to Jaws and E.T. I can't think of another film that has gotten this close to being groundbreaking in the history of special effects. King Kong was the first big creature feature that got us into these giant monsters. Star Wars pushed the envelope with its models and puppeteering, and this film just broke the record of what we can do with non-realistic creatures. In fact, ever since this film, ILM hasn't been doing very well. Since then, the special effects wizards have always gone to Weta Digital. And to me, this is one of their crowning achievements. And not only is Jurassic Park a masterpiece, but it's one of the definitions of 90s nostalgia. I mean, because of this, I got heavily into the toys. I bought everything on the market. Hell, because of this movie, we had the greatest arcade game ever. That's right, I'm talking about Jurassic Park, the arcade game for Sega. God, that game was awesome! I remember spending all my quarters on that thing at Chuck E. Cheese just to beat it. Seriously, if you've not seen Jurassic Park, hell, even if your kids haven't seen it, just sit down on your couch or your family room, put in the DVD, and fucking watch it. Overall, this film is a groundbreaking achievement, with great characters, acting, technical achievements, and special effects. It is truly one of the greatest films of the 90s and of cinema in general, and in my opinion is Steven Spielberg's masterpiece. A solid 10 out of 10. Totally worth every minute and every penny of your time. Well, there's my review of Jurassic Park, one of the greatest films of the 90s and in cinema history. If you haven't seen it, you must. And if you have seen it, let me know in the comments your thought on this film. I would love to hear them. Join me in part 2 where we take a look at the sequel, The Lost World Jurassic Park, that is either loved by fans or hated by them. So we'll see you next time.